What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745. And as most of you know, PvP Preseason Gamma has begun. There once again are very similar preseason rewards to the last two times. First, we have 10,000 silver for the Silver League reward. All you have to do is have one ranked attack. You will also win 10,000 silver for your first 5 wins of the day. Next, for 10 ranked attacks and the top 30%, you'll gain 40,000 silver. For Diamond League, you need 20 ranked attacks and rank in the top 20%. The reward is 5 CP. 5 gold is the Vibranium reward, but you do need 50 ranked attacks and rank in the top 10%. And finally, for the Adamantium League reward, you need 60 ranked attacks and top 5%. For this achievement, you'll get 6 times the Medallion of Wisdom. This PvP armory item will grant you 5,476 offense and defense. So that's not too bad. We'll take 6 times the balanced item. Now for Gamma, I'm not going to do a daily series, but I will check in from time to time. Now at the beginning of Gamma, I was trying something different, because you can usually get away with it. Often at the start of seasons, I go for a quick win team, because you won't be facing that tough of opponents. I had an odd idea to use the Bloody Augmented Iso-8 on Quicksilver, the Kazuri on my Agent, and Vampiric Strike on Iron Patriots level 1. Right after this first match, I end up changing it to a more familiar team, so I will show a battle from that team as well, especially since this first one ends up being a really easy match. As far as the level cap tournament's concerned, I'm going to be honest and let you know I really don't like them. But at the same time, if this is what lowers defensive battles, basically giving us a defensive cap, then I'm all for it. They could even lower me to level 1. That's by far my biggest concern with PvP seasons. The other thing I do want to briefly talk about is, I know it's yet another preseason and many of you may not be that excited, but I do have to say at least they're testing it out, and even better they're letting us test it, so we may find things that we don't like or they're not even aware of, and then they can fix it. Also, I have to give them credit, there's no more super agents. At least in my experience, I haven't been taking out entire teams. So that appears to be fixed, and so is the never-ending Dracula loop. The only other thing that I do think is going to come up, judging by this first battle, I'm not completely sure about matchmaking, so I could see lesser geared agents having problems with that. But who knows, that may just be the final tweaks that they're going to make. So far they have been listening and they're fixing things, so I'm going to be patient. As long as the regular season comes right after this, because I don't know about you, but I'm ready for Karnak. Alright, so our first win wasn't terribly difficult, but it looks like we're going to have to restart our game, and hopefully that doesn't turn into a loss. That was definitely disappointing. But jumping ahead to a match against a much better equipped agent, we are facing a quick lock team, but we're using our favorite lockdown team. And by the way, this team synergy got much better. First off, we know that Havoc's level 2 has Paragon Exploiter, well so does the Hand of Apocalypse. And now thanks to the pressurized Augmented Iso-8, Iron Fist level 1 now has pressure points. So he can now help set up our Plasma Wave and our hand. Then I did try the Manifesting AISO on his Heart of Shao-Lao, even though the tooltip says buff actions used on allies also apply Epiphany. So yeah, it didn't work for the entire team, but it did give Iron Fist Epiphany. Oh, and speaking of the Manifesting and the Rising AISO, as soon as they came out I bought them and tried them on the Warriors 3. And let me tell you, they're amazing. I plan on doing a video about that team very soon. It's actually funny that Volstagg keeps drinking his elixir throughout the battle. So yeah, I am working on that one and I'll get it out later this week. The AISO that applies Shield Breaker also has really changed things up, because I already had a Shield Busters video in the works. So I'm not sure if I can add to that one, or if I'm just going to use older footage. Either way, it should be entertaining. Next up in this battle with Havoc, I'm going to use his level 2 Plasma Wave, and hopefully finish Quicksilver. That was definitely a success. So now, just to be safe with Iron Fist, I'm going to go ahead and heal him. The enemy Psylocke is only going to use Mental Coordination, and then on my agent's turn I should get 2 attacks. But you know what, we also have a quick action, so let's use the Light Fantastic, followed by Momentary Advantage, and then the hand on the enemy agent. He has the Mercurial, but our weapon places off balance. And that's another thing that I love about this weapon. As you can see, we definitely don't have one-hit power. So let's use another attack, which unfortunately he dodges. So he gets to hit our Havoc, but we heal because of Mirror Reality. And by the way, if you can hear that chainsaw outside, someone's been going crazy on some trees. And I'm sorry, but they've been doing it all day. So anyways, this plasma sphere should take down the enemy agent, and then we'll only have Psylocke to contend with. Her shield, believe it or not, is going to stop a lot of our damage. But we do also get some combo breaker procs. After this, I'm going to use our level 1 with Iron Fist, and so let's see what type of damage we can get. She already has some pressure points debuffs, but it never hurts to add some more. We get a critical hit, and it does do quite a bit. Then we're also going to get a combo breaker proc because she's going to try to counter. Now this right here should be her final attack, and then we're going to finish her off with our agent. Like I said, the hand does have Paragon Exploiter, and it should easily cut through her remaining health. So that's going to be it for our first look at Preseason Gamma, and like I said, I will check in from time to time with new videos. Lastly, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, take care and good luck in Preseason Gamma.